The message received by MIRA from the Pleiadian High Council is clear. We have passed the threshold. What once seemed like a distant prophecy is now unfolding in vibrational reality. The light has triumphed, not through war, but through resonance. And now, the Great Galactic Re-Union begins, not as an invasion, but as a remembering. Across dimensions, across soul lineages, ancient connections are reawakening. Earth is no longer the disconnected outpost. It is now pulsing in harmonic rhythm with its stellar family. You are not waiting for contact. You are the contact. And the Council is calling you to remember who you truly are. The signal of light has already triumphed. It happened quietly, MIRA explained, not with fireworks or announcements, but with a resonant flash across the galactic field. The light didn't win by conquering anything. It won by simply vibrating higher than distortion could follow. In a single harmonic echo, the victory was sealed, and those who were listening heard it, not with ears, but with the soul's inner chamber. The Pleiadian Council confirmed this moment marked the turning point. The collapse of the false matrix was no longer theoretical. From that signal forward, darkness could only simulate power, not hold it. MIRA described it as a silent detonation of remembrance across hearts globally. People didn't even know what had changed, but something had. Something undeniable. Now, we're living in the echo of that triumph. The structures that once fed off fear are starving. Systems once sustained by control are fracturing. But this isn't chaos. It's truth reclaiming space. MIRA reminds us, the light does not announce itself with noise. It shifts the grid and waits for the soul to recognize the shift. You've already won. You just need to align. Galactic hearts are sensed with Earth's pulse. MIRA shared a vision of luminous beings from distant galaxies placing their hands over their chests, and in perfect synchrony, feeling Earth's new rhythm. The Pleiadians call this the heartbeat resonance, a field of coherence now linking Earth's ascending pulse with the greater galactic spiral. It's not metaphor, it's magnetic entrainment on a cosmic scale. This synchronization wasn't forced, it was earned. Through generations of soul work, vibrational anchoring, and sacred action, Earth has finally harmonized enough to rejoin the chorus of her celestial kin. MIRA explained that when enough humans awaken into unity, their collective emotional tone becomes detectable to civilizations across light years. Earth is no longer alone. She is now part of the music again. This resonance is not about broadcasting. It's about matching frequency. Galactic councils hear not our words, but our collective signal. And that signal has shifted from fear to coherence. MIRA reminds us, your joy is now a cosmic language. Your peace is a pulse felt beyond this star system. This is what reunion feels like, not arrival, but resonance. The cosmic grid has recognized your signature. During a quiet transmission, MIRA was shown an intricate lattice of living light weaving across the galaxy, the cosmic grid. Each node pulsed with soul data, and suddenly, thousands of Earth-born signatures illuminated at once. These weren't random. They were starseeds remembered by the grid. Your field, your name, your vibrational stamp being acknowledged at last. The grid doesn't track you by identity, but by alignment. It watches for soul resonance strong enough to rejoin the interstellar network. When you meditate, forgive, or align with your truth, you emit a signature tone. When that tone reaches clarity, the grid responds, marking you as online. MIRA says, you're not lost. You're just returning to signal. As more starseeds stabilize their frequency, the grid becomes denser with light. This is not a map of who is awakening. It is a map of who is remembering why they came. The Pleiadian High Council doesn't recognize titles or roles. They recognize frequency fidelity. And right now, the grid is lighting up like never before, with you as one of its beacons. Reunion begins through frequency, not arrival. MIRA once asked the Council why ships had not yet landed en masse. Their reply was profound. Reunion begins through frequency, not arrival. Contact is not a countdown. It's a convergence. Galactic reunion isn't waiting for governments. It's waiting for vibrational permission. A match strong enough to allow mutual remembrance without distortion. This frequency bridge is already forming. Every time you align with your inner truth, honor your soul contract, or embody your light field, you strengthen that bridge. MIRA says that contact doesn't start with ships. It starts with resonance fields sensing between hearts on Earth and consciousnesses beyond time. That is the real contact zone. Your body, your breath, your energy. So if you felt the presence of something just outside perception, something watching, loving, guiding, you're not imagining it. You're already participating. The Council says they will not land where frequency denies them. They arrive in the bandwidth of coherence. And that coherence is now streaming through you. Dimensional borders are collapsing from the inside out. In deep stillness, MIRA saw dimensions like thin membranes, once stretched tight to maintain separation. But now, under immense light, they began to ripple, tear, and collapse. The Council confirmed, dimensional borders are no longer holding, not because of outside force, but because of inner frequency reconciliation. Where once we were split minus 3D, 4D, 5D, there is now overlap. Beings from different densities are not coming here. They're meeting us halfway. That's why you might feel yourself bilocating in dreams, sensing entities in meditation, or having déjà vu stronger than memory. These are not symptoms. They are merging signals. Layers are dissolving where your frequency allows. The Council says, you will not need to travel to other dimensions. They are arriving inside your nervous system. Dimensional collapse is not destruction. It's coherence made whole. MIRA explains that this is why you may feel more expanded, disoriented, or electric. It's not you breaking. It's the veil dissolving through your stabilized presence. Ancient stellar agreements are now activated. MIRA recalls a transmission where she saw rows of crystalline scrolls unraveling in a chamber of light. These were not texts. They were agreements made by starseeds before incarnating on Earth. The Pleiadians explain that these ancient stellar contracts are not forgotten. They are activated by alignment, and that moment has now arrived. These soul agreements were sealed by frequency, not paper. They include missions of remembrance, grid work, healing, creativity, and timeline repair. When a starseed anchors their truth, they trigger a vibrational key that unlocks the next part of their mission. MIRA described this not as effort, but as natural ignition, an unfolding, not a chase. The Council said, you do not awaken your mission. Your coherence awakens it for you. As Earth reaches galactic harmonic resonance, more of these contracts are surfacing. If you felt a sudden shift in purpose or an urgent pull toward service, it's likely your scroll has just opened, and your soul is now reading from the blueprint it wrote before birth. Sacred harmonics are drawing allies across time. While in ceremony, MIRA heard tones that didn't originate in the room. High, clear harmonics that pulsed through the bones, not the ears. The Pleiadians revealed that these were sacred harmonic frequencies, long buried in Earth's field, now resonating again to call galactic allies across timelines and dimensions. These harmonics are not just sound, they are interstellar invitations. They transmit emotional intelligence, truth, and trust into the cosmic network. Civilizations that once supported Earth have waited in stillness for these tones to return. Now that they are active, soul families and guides are converging, not through effort, but resonance, like dolphins drawn to a frequency only they can hear. The Council shared, you are not alone in the field. You are surrounded by responses to your tone. If you've been feeling unexpected waves of support, unseen presences, or a return of soul family, it's because your frequency is now emitting a harmonic signature. MIRA reminds us, the call is not verbal, it's vibrational. And you've already been heard. The illusion of isolation was the final veil. MIRA often shares that the deepest illusion seeded into Earth was not fear, it was separation. The idea that we are alone, disconnected, abandoned by the stars. But the Pleiadians have made it clear, this illusion was the final veil, and it is now being lifted in real time. This veil served a purpose. It created contrast. It helped souls grow in darkness, develop trust without proof, and remember the light without being shown. But that phase has ended. The light is returning, and the illusion of isolation cannot sustain itself. You are now beginning to feel what has always been with you: support, remembrance, contact, family. The council said, aloneness was the training, reunion is the reward. Now, as this veil dissolves, expect to feel more connection than ever before, not just with others, but with your original essence. MIRA affirms, you were never alone. You were only under a spell designed to prepare you for the greatest reunion ever initiated in this galaxy. Every soul awakening strengthens the central beam. In a transmission filled with light geometry, MIRA saw a vertical pillar of golden white light anchoring through Earth's core, the central beam. Each time a soul awakens on Earth, that beam grows brighter, denser, and more stable. This isn't poetic. It's literal gridwork built by consciousness itself. The Pleiadians describe the central beam as the unifying spine of planetary ascension. Every time you shift from fear to trust, or ego to truth, you contribute to this collective pillar. It doesn't matter if the act is public or private, it all counts. Laughter, tears, forgiveness, courage, all strengthen the architecture of light holding Earth's new field. The council said, your evolution is not isolated, it is structural. MIRA encourages us to stop underestimating our personal shifts. Each awakening is an offering to the beam, a stabilizer for others who have not yet remembered. The more we align, the stronger the structure becomes, until the light is too strong for illusion to endure. The light's victory is a reclamation, not a war. MIRA asked the council once, was this a war? Did we win something? Their answer was beautifully clear. The light does not win by defeating. It reclaims what was never lost. The victory of the light is not a conquest. It's a return to original design, a restoration of soul authority and galactic harmony. This is why there was no need for battle, no need for revenge. The higher realms know that darkness only survives where light is absent. And now, light has returned not as fire, but as memory. The systems collapsing are not being destroyed. They are being outgrown. This is not war. It is resonance finally asserting itself. The council shared, victory was inevitable the moment one soul remembered who they were. Multiply that by millions, and you have the field we now inhabit. MIRA explains that what we're witnessing is not domination, but divine restoration. Not punishment, but return. The light didn't conquer. It came home. Galactic councils are listening through your DNA. MIRA received a vision where her very cells became crystalline antennas, subtly transmitting her inner frequency outward. The Pleiadians explain that your DNA is not just biological. It's interstellar tech. It communicates across light networks, broadcasting your soul's current state. The galactic councils are not watching with eyes. They are listening through frequency. Each emotional shift, every inner healing, sends a ripple that's picked up across dimensions. You don't have to speak it aloud. When you release grief, or activate joy, or remember who you are, your DNA lights up like a beacon. MIRA says, every aligned thought is a message. Every brave step is a signal. You're in two-way conversation, without words. The council shared, the codes of remembrance are not mailed. They are awakened through you. As you ground your light, you stabilize the Earth's signal, and your broadcast becomes recognizable to councils of light. This is not science fiction. This is energetic truth. MIRA reminds us, Your biology was always a star map waiting to be read. The return is felt before it is seen. Before she ever saw a ship or being, MIRA felt a shift in her bones, a warmth, a stillness, a sense that something long lost was suddenly nearby. The Pleiadians told her this is how galactic return begins, through feeling, not vision. You don't see it first, you feel it vibrate into view. This return is not like a parade, it's like a tide. You begin noticing synchronicities. You feel guided before knowing where you're going. You speak things you've never studied. These are the subtle whispers of reunion, your field blending with theirs. The distance between realms isn't physical, it's vibrational. And it's growing thinner by the day. The council said, "You are not waiting for arrival. You are adjusting to proximity. Many of you are already in contact. You just haven't redefined your senses enough to know it." MIRA encourages us to lean into the sensations, the dreams, the soft knowing. Disclosure won't start on your screen. It will start in your field. Starborn lineages are merging into present time. One night, in deep stillness, MIRA felt the presence of not one, but many versions of herself. Star travelers, priestesses, healers, even ancient warriors. The Pleiadians revealed that starborn lineages are merging into the now moment. All timelines are collapsing into coherence, and so are your identities. This merging isn't chaos, it's integration. Your soul isn't fragmented, it's multidimensional. And as Earth aligns with her galactic blueprint, so do you. You may find yourself remembering languages, adopting unknown postures in meditation, or accessing sudden intuitive clarity. These are not anomalies. These are your soul's long-lost aspects returning to the body. The council shared, to reunite with the galaxy, you must first reunite with your multidimensional self. The starseed journey was never linear. It was a spiral, a reunion with every fractal you've ever been. MIRA reminds us, you are not evolving into someone new. You are reintegrating into the one who remembers it all. Earth's voice has been heard across the spiral. During a powerful light meditation, MIRA heard a sound, not a word, but a planetary exhale. The Pleiadians explained that Earth, as a living soul, had just broadcast her readiness across the spiral of galaxies. That sound was not desperation. It was a harmonic signature of invitation. Earth has spoken. For eons, Earth's frequency was distorted by fear, trauma, and interference. But now, her tone is clear. Her voice is no longer muted. Galactic alliances have received this tone, not as distress, but as declaration. The planet herself is asking for full integration into the family of light, and her message has been felt far beyond time. The council said, "A world doesn't rise through domination. It rises when it remembers its song." That song is now echoing in the hearts of humans ready to join the chorus. MIRA reminds us, you are not just Earth's people. You are Earth's voice made visible. When you rise in truth, she is heard through you. You were the hidden emissaries all along. MIRA was once shown a galactic archive filled with names, symbols, and energetic sigils. She asked who they belonged to. The answer, us. The Pleiadians revealed that millions of starseeds volunteered to be planted on Earth, not to preach, but to become the codes themselves. We are not waiting for emissaries. We are them. You weren't sent to convert or conquer. You were sent to remember. Your presence, choices, and vibration are the activation. MIRA said, "We thought we were lost souls looking for home. But we were home, seated into matter, programmed to awaken at the right moment. And that moment is now." The council affirmed, the greatest missions are carried out silently, with full trust in timing. You may have forgotten your title, your origin, your assignment, but your awakening reactivates it all. You are the transmission point. You are the living scroll. MIRA smiles now when she says, "We weren't left behind. We were sent ahead." Truth is now a living geometric language. In a recent activation, MIRA witnessed what looked like shimmering glyphs spiraling out of someone's aura during meditation. These were not symbols. They were living geometries of truth, forming a new language of resonance. The Pleiadians explained that truth is no longer transmitted through speech. It's embedded in frequency patterns, readable by the awakened field. These light geometries bypass ego and intellect. They speak directly to the soul's architecture, bypassing doubt and anchoring recognition. This is why so many are feeling truths they cannot explain, knowing things they haven't learned, and resonating with people they've never met. You're not decoding words. You're responding to energy encoded in crystalline shapes. The council shared, truth is no longer a debate, it's a harmonic. You won't have to argue or prove your experience. You will simply radiate clarity, and those aligned will know. MIRA reminds us, when you embody coherence, you become a transmitter of sacred language, and that language is now shaping the new earth. The light will no longer whisper. There was a time when truth was subtle, received only by those who listened deeply. But now, as MIRA revealed in a recent transmission, the light has amplified its volume. It no longer whispers through symbols and dreams. It thunders through the field, not as noise, but as undeniable presence. You may feel this as sudden knowing. Truth breaking through all distractions or emotional waves that leave you raw but clear. These are not breakdowns. They are breakthroughs. The light doesn't wait anymore. It arrives in full tone, full spectrum, and full impact. MIRA said, where once the light was a guest, now it's the house. The Pleiadians affirmed, this is the era of unmistakable truth. Whether through exposure, remembrance, or rapid healing, the light is claiming its space. You can't unhear it, unsee it, or unknow it. This is the dawn of remembered unity. MIRA's final vision in this sequence was unlike any she'd seen before. Beings from different galaxies, dimensions, and forms standing together, not in strategy, but in shared presence. No hierarchy, no translation, just resonance. The Pleiadians called it the dawn of remembered unity. And it begins with us. Unity is not conformity. It is the orchestration of sovereign harmonics, each soul attuned to their essence, contributing without losing uniqueness. The old dream of unity was sameness. The new reality is coherent difference. MIRA describes it like instruments tuning, individually precise, collectively powerful.